Hi, good evening. I'm really excited to introduce two fantastic speakers tonight that I think are going to give you their perspective on wellness, on the healthy living revolution. They're going to give you great education on what Juice Plus is. You may be watching this because you have never been exposed to Juice Plus. Maybe you've heard of it, but you don't exactly know what it is. These guys are going to do a great job introducing you to exactly what Juice Plus is, our mission around it, which is to inspire healthy living around the world. And so we have Audra Caldwell, who is a mom on a mission down in the Phoenix, Arizona area. She's a mom of 3. She's incredibly knowledgeable about health, wellness, nutrition, maternal wellness, pregnancy health, those types of issues, as well as Audra is a great speaker. She's a great storyteller. You're going to really have fun listening to her. We also have Sara Kolb in Denver, Colorado. And Sara, I know personally because she's been an occupational therapist for my sons for a number of years at Children's Hospital in Denver. So she's very respected in her field, and Sara's got a great story about Juice Plus and a great understanding of how nutrition impacts children's health across the board, but especially for our most vulnerable kids who have different types of special needs. So you're going to get some great tips from these ladies on everything from, you know, your typically developing kids to maybe your atypically developing kids, your picky eaters, even G-tubes, things like that. So welcome, ladies, and you all are in for a treat tonight.
Thank you so much, Ellen. I'm going to go ahead and share our PowerPoint screen here, and we can go ahead and get started with our presentation. Sara, would you like to get us started?
Yeah, so as it's pulling up, my name is Sara and I'm an occupational therapist, specifically working with kids with developmental disabilities, ADHD, autism. My story starts about, well, 2 years ago. 2 winters ago, 2016, I came down with my annual sinus infection, and my asthma kicked in as well. So I ended up in the ER, ended up on a bunch of steroids, antibiotics, canceled several different appointments because I couldn't breathe, and started on some essential oils. And Ellen came into one of her boys' appointments and pulled out capsules and said, "You need to take these." And she said that I looked like Death Warmed Over. So I was like, I guess I'll take those. I don't know what they are. She then informed me that they were fruits and vegetables in a capsule. And I was like, I probably could use those as well. So come to was this past winter, I did not have sinus infection. And in fact, I stayed healthy for the whole winter. So that was really the true test of what Plus could do for me. I did feel gunky a few days, but I just took extra purple capsules and I was good to go. So much better than 2 winters ago, which was absolutely amazing. So then I thought about, if that's what it can do for me, for our kiddos who don't eat fruits and vegetables at all. They may eat a bunch of carbs, whatever else that they eat that are not full of those fine ripened nutrients. And think about the kiddos who are on YouTube as well, they don't get that nutrition complete either unless they do the homemade blended food. So we're on this mission, this Healthy Living Revolution mission, trying to get back to the simple way of life, using fruits and vegetables. But life obviously was a lot simpler before. Drinking from the hose, less processed foods, having more meal times with our families. Now it's more a lot of screen time, a lot of coffee and sodas and just junk, as well as like additional fillers in our food as well. So what we are on a mission to do are getting people to eat real food, whole foods, exercise most days of the week, drink at least half of your body weight in water, and sleep at least 7 to 8 hours per night. The two startling trends that we are probably all aware of and may or may not think too much about on a daily basis is our environmental toxins that come from pesticides, from farmers, smog, pollution, whatever else it is. And then in addition, our food quality is decreasing as well. It's a lot cheaper if companies can add preservatives, food enhancers, artificial coloring, which a lot of kids seem to have behavioral issues from the dyes. So a lot of families have tried to remove those dyes because they're not serving their kids well.
I know I have.
Oxidative stress is a normal part of our life, from general stress to sun to whatever it is. But our best defense is the antioxidants, which come from our plants. Sadly, being that we are losing 5 to 40% of our nutrient content within our foods, we now need 7 to 13 fruits and vegetables a day, which I know for me, I mean, even if I have a salad at lunch, I still struggle on days to get to that level. And the other thing to know is that typically our fruits and vegetables that we buy in the grocery store are picked before they're vine ripened, which then decreases that nutrient level that we're actually getting. Another product that Juice Plus has is this aeroponic growing system. So you can grow your fruits and vegetables in your home all year round with LED lights. It grows 30% more produce. There's no dirt digging or weeding. It uses 90% less water and 90% less space.
I love my tower garden. I'm getting fresh tomatoes off of it right now, and they don't even compare to what's available in the store right now. The taste is just absolutely incredible, and my kids even eat it, and they don't like the store tomatoes, so that's incredible.
The other awesome thing is there is Stephen Ritt, who worked in the Bronx, has seen some amazing changes within the Bronx, increasing the graduation rate, attendance rate. And so he is actually looking at getting a tower garden in at least each school, I think by possibly 2020, which is pretty amazing. So then the kids can kind of learn more about where their foods come from as well.
That's incredible.
So this slide shows the 30 whole foods that come in our 3 different blends: the fruit blend, the berry blend, and the vegetable blend. The important thing to also note is that on the nutrition label or Juice Plus has a nutrition label. And the reason for that is because it is made out of whole fruits and vegetables. So if you look on the back of your multivitamin package, you're going to see the percentages of vitamin C and all the other vitamins. However, it's important to note that our body can't absorb all of that, and so it flushes half of the vitamin out. Whereas if we put those fruits and vegetables in our body, it recognizes all those nutrients, also called phytonutrients, and yeah, that's why. I mean, so if you look at the back of a bag of carrots, you'll see that it also has a nutrition label, just like Juice Plus does. So Juice Plus also has shakes, protein shakes made out of plant protein. So there's no inflammatory effects from it. They're vegan and non-GMO, gluten and dairy free, and they also have the prebiotic fiber.
Whenever I make myself a shake, I usually make an extra one for my kids, and they absolutely love it. And I know I'm giving them all of this beautiful plant produce, and it's doing wonderful things for their body. So I'm happy to give them something that's working for them and is beneficial for me as well.
And that's basically what I have for breakfast each day too, whether it's with the vanilla or the chocolate, mixing almond milk, fruit, peanut butter, or whatever else I decide to put in it that day.
I like the vanilla shake with a little bit of almond milk and some cacao nibs. It tastes like cookie dough to me.
Awesome. So in total, between the 3 blends and the shakes, you get 45 varieties of different whole foods. And some of which may or may not be in your grocery store. And some of them I definitely would not know how to incorporate in my diet. The other product that Juice Plus has is the Omega Blend. It is made out of plant as well. Takes out the middleman, so we don't overfish, as well as the risk of mercury within the fish. They have what fats are, or what are in there, Audra?
Sure, omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9.
Yeah, and I mean, Juice Plus did a lot of research to make sure that the quality is what they wanted before they brought it to the market. So in total, Juice Plus offers 45 whole foods. There is a food label, as I talked about, because it is made out of whole food. Phytonutrients from all the different plants, non-GMO ingredients, dairy-free, gluten-free. They are NSF certified, so what they say is in it is actually in it. And to date, they have 38 published clinical studies in various journals. Looking at all different effects with cardiovascular health, helping with inflammation, lung health.
I love that Juice Plus doesn't pay for the studies. We paid it to ship product to where it's studied, and then it's completely hands-off until we get the research back and then we publish it. So I love that it's completely done third party. We don't pay for any of the research studies. We don't know how it's going to come out until the research comes back. And so that's what we get to publish, and to have over 30 studies showing what the amazing things that Juice Plus can do. I love it. It's absolutely amazing to see what all Juice Plus can do.
And this is the most researched nutraceutical product within the world, which is pretty amazing. Juice Plus also protects our DNA in the sense that you may be prone to cancer, heart disease, lung disease, but with the Juice Plus, with the amount of nutrients that are in it, it can turn on your good genes and decrease the effects of your bad genes, thus decreasing your chances of getting those diseases that may be passed on through your genes.
That's amazing. And through the studies, we also see that it improves cardiovascular wellness and it supports the immune system. My kids and I have been sick the least amount. I've seen people drop like flies around us this past year. And yeah, we get sick every now and then, but not like we were. We recover quicker, and it's been absolutely wonderful to see us not get sick nearly as much. It improves our gum tissue. My teeth have been healthier, reduces oxidative stress. That means when I go work out, my body recovers quicker from the workout, and it's bounces back easier. So less chance of an injury, reduces inflammation, inflammation in the joints, things that you can feel, allergies, like you were saying. And it creates healthier skin. I've had less acne since I've started Juice Plus. Helps with insulin resistance, abdominal fat mass, helps with quality of life. Being sick less often has been wonderful. We've been able to make more play dates. We've had less canceled plans. If I decide I don't want to go somewhere, it's just because I want to stay home and enjoy my family. It's not because we're homesick. And it also helps with lung health. There's so many benefits. And Juice Plus is the most researched nutritional product in the world. It optimizes human health and performance at any level, and there is no comparison. There's not another product on the market like Juice Plus. We have over 1,000 doctors who are working with Juice Plus now and can vouch for how awesome it is.
And so this slide shows kind of that zone of willpower too. So we have a gut brain and a regular thinking brain. And if our gut brain isn't necessarily at its optimal state, we're going to have a whole lot more difficulty eating what is good for us. And the shakes help us stay within that zone of willpower by being a low glycemic food, and so our glycemic index does not go, or glucose level is what I should say, does not fluctuate all over the place like your high sugar foods. And so one program that we have once a month, or you could do it anytime you want, is called the Shred 10. And so basically it's 10 days that you shred the food, toxins, and habits that are not serving you well. And the idea is to eliminate the inflammatory foods such as gluten, dairy, caffeine, alcohol, processed foods, artificial and refined sugars, and not eating after 6. And the purpose of not eating after 6 is to give your body that fasting period between dinner and breakfast to kind of just get your body reset. In addition to eliminating those products, we encourage you to take your 3 blends of capsules daily and have 2 shakes daily, drinking plenty of water, sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night, and exercising most days. And although this isn't necessarily a weight loss program, a lot of people get that benefit just because as we reduce those toxins that are stored within our body, we tend to lose weight as a positive effect of getting rid of those toxins.
When I was expecting my son, he's now 10 months old, my midwife encouraged me to do the Shred 10 because you're flooding your body with the nutrients. And that probably is one of the things that contributed to me having the healthiest pregnancy out of 3. To be able to flood my body with the nutrients was absolutely, was awesome. It helped quite a bit. I was able to go to the zoo and walk all day. And that's something that I couldn't do with my other 2 pregnancies, which is crazy because I was younger and you would think I would have been healthier, but obviously I wasn't. So Juice Plus helped quite a bit.
So the Healthy Revolution, we have tons of different resources. When you're doing the Shred 10, we send you a free electronic cookbook. There's a group on Facebook that helps support you to answer any questions, to encourage you, as it's not easy when you're used to eating the American diet, but there are people to support you through that 10 days. And also there's a bunch of different resources. Juice Plus is always looking to make improvements, and so they've recently come up with an exercise channel to get kids moving, to get families moving, and really any information that you may want to know to learn more about the product and the business.
I know down under the home fitness series, there's different videos. My favorite's the first Pilates video. I have a friend come over and we do that just about every week. So it's been pretty awesome the past few weeks to be working on that. But there's tons of things. Like you said, the cookbook is amazing. I've been making recipes out of that too.
And so one awesome thing that the Juice Plus is doing is with the purchase of an adult product, whether it's 2 of the blends or 3 of the blends, they offer kids 4 years and older or university students with a valid email address to get Juice Plus for a quick 1 year. I think I mentioned that. One of the biggest findings that they have found so far is that 66% of the kids are visiting the doctors less. 71% are drinking more water, and 71% are consuming less fast food and soft drinks. And what I found for myself is once I eliminate those things from my diet, I really don't crave them because they just make me feel like crap. So trying to load my body with more fresh fruits and vegetables and those nutrients that will actually help me instead of weigh me down.
I'd like to take a second. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, and so, I mean, if any of this is of interest to you or if you need more information, we invite you to reach out to your Juice Plus representative to get more information or to get signed up to take the products and share the products with your family.
I've enjoyed sharing the product with my friends and family, with the people I know, knowing what good it's done for my family and knowing what good it has the possibility to do for other people. Being on a mission to spread healthy living around the world has been something that has absolutely taken in my heart. And I'm looking forward to sharing with even more people in the future. It's something that I can do. My kids are here in the same room with me. I don't know if you can hear them every now and then running around, and I have to mute because they run through here. But it's something that I can do with my children, and it's something that they see me doing and they see me growing. And I'm learning more and doing more, and I can do this in stolen minutes of the day. So it's not something that's taking a ton of time out of my life, and it's something that I'm enjoying doing. So definitely, oh good, it closed itself out. Yes, so definitely reach out to the person who shared this with you and get involved if you would like to. And if you have any questions about the products, do reach out to us and let us know how it is that we can help you. I'd like to share my story for just a second first as well before I ask you a couple questions, since I have you on the line about children, Sara. A couple years ago, 3 years ago, I had my gallbladder removed, and 2 days later I had acute pancreatitis, and that was 2 months after my now 3-year-old was born. And I was sick and struggled for a while. I wasn't sure what to do. I had a lot of trouble with foods and was a hot mess for a while. And then my third child was very unexpected, so I was very surprised and wasn't sure how the pregnancy was going to go. I spent a lot of time in the hospital with the acute pancreatitis, and I didn't want to go back, so I found a midwife. And she told me that I had to get on Juice Plus. Just had to, no ifs, ands, or buts, get on Juice Plus. So I hemmed and hawed for a minute, and then I got on it. And once I started feeling the effects on it, I never looked back. I got my entire family on Juice Plus, and I feel absolutely amazing and continue to improve with that. Have the healthiest baby who was born 10 months ago from Juice Plus. There was no comparison in the pregnancies from when I had him to when I had my other two. My children ask for Juice Plus now, the gummies, all the time, and my husband's on the gummies as well. It tastes like candy to them. And I have some over here to show you guys, and my 3-year-old's been hovering around the table like a shark. So asking for his Juice Plus. So he's already had it a couple times today. He's just wanting more. And I know he's getting his fruits and vegetables through that. Right now his biggest thing is cheese. So getting him to eat something other than cheese may be a challenge. He does ask for carrots occasionally, which he didn't do before he started to eat the Juice Plus. So it definitely improves his diet. I do want to ask you, Sara, about picky eaters, how important it is for them to get nutrition and what they can do.
So typically when I have kids who come in and are picky eaters, they really eat a limited variety of food. And so really we take a play-based approach of interacting with the food and not encouraging them to necessarily take a bite unless they're more comfortable with it. So there's several different steps that you can do to get a child to eat new foods. But with these gummies, I mean, there's definitely different ways to, if the child's not going to put the whole thing in their mouth right away, but breaking little pieces off having them taste it that way. I know the purple ones, some of the kids don't necessarily like those ones as they are not as sweet as the red ones, but you can mash the reds and the greens together to make it a little less aversive. But in any way that the doctors will typically recommend a vitamin, the important thing once again to note is that with a vitamin, you're pumping all these different, I guess, vitamins, or it's not full food nutrition, but the body can't absorb all of that. And if you, the first thing I learned when I started Juice Plus was if you look at the back of a Flintstones vitamin, it says keep out of the reach of children, except that's what we're giving to the child. So a child can overdose from a multivitamin. However, if a child eats too much of Juice Plus, the worst thing that could happen is possibly diarrhea. The body can absorb all those nutrients, and there is not an overdose of some fruits and vegetables. Does that answer your question, Audra?
That absolutely does answer my question. And it reminds me too that my 3-year-old has been holding it and refusing to go because he doesn't want to number 2 on the potty. So if I give him a bowl full of the gummies and a glass of water, he's going. He can't hold it. He can't hold it till he gets constipated. He's going and he's running around happy again.
That's another thing is these kids who are picky eaters, they don't get enough of that fiber to help them stay regular. So then the constipation is another issue. Yeah, it's just a cycle, unfortunately.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for answering my questions.
You're welcome.
Is there a relationship between what we eat and our brain health? I know we covered some of this before, but I wanted to just directly ask, why is it important that I make sure that my kids are getting these nutrients? What is this doing for their brain?
Yeah, so our cells replenish every, I don't remember what the exact quote is. I don't know if you know, Audra. They replenish within a year, I think. And so by giving them the proper nutrition, it can help feed our cells with that better nutrition. There is a relationship between our gut health and everything else about us, which I've also learned through my sickness, but also listening to the seasoned speakers through Juice Plus as well. But if we feed our bodies the good stuff, our brain, our neurochemicals can function at their prime. So I don't necessarily have the research to support that, but I know that there's a correlation between that gut health and the mental health, brain health.
Could there be a correlation too then also between not only the brain health and thinking, but also between that and behavior? So what we may be seeing with ADHD and things, is there maybe a possibility or a correlation between those as well?
I can't help but think that there is. I know when I eat, especially what I know feels good, when I eat well, I know what it feels like to feel good. And so when I put the gluten, the dairy, processed foods, chocolate, whatever else in my body, I start to feel crummy. I start to feel fatigued. And with these kiddos who don't eat a well-balanced diet, I can't help but think that some of the behaviors are related to their nutrition as well. And I know some families who do the gluten-free diet eliminate the diet and how they have seen improvements with their children's behavior as well based on those changes.
I know myself when my daughter was younger, I was more likely just to feed her anything that would, fill her stomach and to make her go to sleep. But now that I'm more conscious of my diet, more conscious of what I'm putting in my kids' bodies as well, I've seen a big difference in behavior and attitude and everything as well. So, and of course, with eating better, she's not constipated either. So that has a big difference in her behavior and health.
Right. That's awesome.
how things go. So I appreciate you so much answering my questions and going through this with us, Sarah.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
And again, if you guys have any further questions, or if you want more information, or if you're ready to get started, get back with the Juice Plus rep who sent you this video, and they can get you what you need. Okay. Oh. Can we just stop it?
I don't know how to stop it.
Would we just leave?
I don't know if we leave, if it's going to cut it off, you know, and then not record. So if we mute and cut off the video, I think that might be good. Or I could stay on and mute and cut off the video.
So should I mute myself?
So I'll do that. Or not. That didn't do what I thought it was going to do.